What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to answer the question: are the Marauders with Apocalypse better than Horsemen characters or the Horsemen team? We're gonna find out. So we're gonna take a look at Marauders on offense in Alliance Wars with Apocalypse and see them in action, and make sure you take notes because some of these might be helpful for your Cosmic Crucible endeavors if you have your Marauders leveled up a little bit. I'm not telling you to invest on your Marauders right now, but it might be something convenient in the future if you already have them geared up from previous events that we had throughout the Marvel Strike Force. So this is going to be a video more for the veteran players, as it's more likely for them to have these characters already with some investment in. And for the new players, just keep an eye on, because you might find some of these characters interesting and you can also use them on your Alliance Wars or Cosmic Crucible. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content and make sure you smash that like button. Okay, so we are going to take a look at the Marauders against several teams. The only two teams that I didn't try out was the Heroes for Hire and also the Gamma. The Heroes for Hire, maybe if my Marauders were a little bit bigger, they would be able to beat it, but with the gigantic Shang-Chi's that we have going on right now, not the best option. So let's take a look at the gameplay and see what these guys are able to do. Okay, so for the first match, you're gonna face somewhat small Darkhold, not the biggest Darkhold ever, but once again, my Marauders, they are level 80, gear tier 15, and what else? Mystique is even gear tier 14, level 75, so it's not like they are super amazing. But now Strife together with Apocalypse, that safeguard with defense up and immunity is just amazing. It's literally amazing. And if you put Apocalypse next to Strife, he's going to get attacked all the time, and that will allow you to keep getting counterattacks from your Apocalypse. So unfortunately, my Strife died too fast. Sometimes he stays alive for a long time, and now with Apocalypse ultimate and the empowered ability, because it does 60% health plus damage, now this ability is actually very good. So you can see right there that we were able to one-shot what's her name? Morgan Le Fay. We were able to one-shot at Morgan Le Fay right away, and now with Emma Frost and Apocalypse we can pretty much destroy everyone. Make sure you spread your vulnerability, so in case your Apocalypse stays alone, he's able to finish them off. So this is pretty much the same Apocalypse that we had last week, with just some minor changes, but you can see right here that he's performing much better in terms of Alliance Wars. Okay, so in the past he would not be able to keep up with Wong, but now he can actually keep up with Wong. His ultimate, once again, still getting resisted, that's fine, but there you go. Now the ultimate doing massive amount of damage. Okay, now you're going to take a look at the Marauders versus the Unlimited X-Men, and you can use Mystique here, you can use Madeline Pryor. I had both teams saved, it's not very important. What you want to do is to remove the evade from Rogue with the Strife basic, and then you want to apply ability block to her. After she's going to attack, and then you are going to stun her or some other character that attacks. It's not a big deal. And you can see once again that Strife with barrier, with immunity, with safeguard and so on is just massive. He tanks so well, even at low level. Even at low level, he is still keeping up with all those Horseman characters. Okay, so Apocalypse did his ultimate, now he cloned the Rogue. And now we are going to one-shot one of the enemy characters, so attack the one that has the highest speed bar, like if it's like Gambit or Sunfire. There is no point in attacking Rogue if she has no speed bar. So Madeline Pryor finish off. Once again, you could use Mystique as well. Okay, now we're going to take a look at a team that is quite strong. I was not exactly sure if I was going to be able to win or not, so I'm trying to decide Mystique or not. So we are going to take a look at Emma Frost, Dormammu, Spider-Weaver, Spider-Man 2099 and Silver Surfer. So this is not any kind of joke, this is some serious team, and this will show the power of this team right now. Okay, so we copy those positive effects from Dormammu with Strife Basic. He gives all those positive effects to Mr. Sinister. Then Mr. Sinister is going to have Safeguard, so that means it's guaranteed that we'll have those positive effects until he's able to spread them or something like that. I usually nowadays prefer to spread rather than cloning. It depends on who's available to clone. Okay, so here I could have cloned Dormammu, I cloned instead Spider-Weaver. Both of them are nice, and now because Apocalypse has 100% crit chance, or 100% counter chance when he's next to Strife, characters with chain attacks like Spider-Weaver, they get stopped on the second attack, so that increases a lot the survivability of the characters because you stop the chains. And you saw right there that Strife did some big damage against Dormammu, which was pretty great. Okay, so now we have three characters. We have Spider-Weaver 2099 and Silver Surfer, and I was just playing around a little bit to see if you're going to have any problem or not. You can see the clone Spider-Weaver doing massive amount of damage, and now you have the mind control of Emma Frost. I used the special instead. Apocalypse just destroyed that Silver Surfer, no problem. Now Strife doesn't have defense up, so he's gonna get slapped a little bit harder. He also loses the taunt, which is inconvenient to say the least. But yeah, we are doing just fine. As you can see, the team is holding up, even against characters that revive, and Dormammu and enemy Emma Frost and so on. We did very, very well, so this is quite impressive what they are able to perform. And once again, this is a small team. It's a 800k team. Whether it is with Mystique or Madeline Pryor, it's still around 800k. And just adding up Apocalypse to this villain team just takes them to the next level, puts them at the same status of Horsemen teams, or I don't know. We are literally destroying all of them except Gamma, right? So yeah, okay. So Spider-Weaver going away very, very soon. This all happens because now Apocalypse gives accuracy to every ally on Arena and Alliance Wars, and you can clearly see the difference. Okay, now we're going to take a look at Hero Asgardians, and we have a big Thor over there with Ice White Blue level 4, big yikes. So is Thor, even with Ice White Blue level 4, going to be able to destroy us? Let's find out. Okay, so they are a slow team, we are also slow. We are going to remove those buffs from Sif, and we are going to ability block Lady Thor, so she then does not flips your positive effects. So even that you have a few characters with Safeguard, it's not convenient because she is going after your team, so that means it's more likely for her to mess up your positive effects. Okay, so here I could have cloned them, but I just decided, since I had the evade, to go for the sharing the evade and also sharing the deflects, defense subs and so on for everyone. So you can see everyone is super healthy. Now Apocalypse with a big flip on all the enemies. We apply the stun to Heimdall. That's kind of inconvenient, but it's okay. Heimdall, I guess it was the fastest character. And you want to apply ability block, constant ability block to Lady Thor. You really don't want her to use her ultimate. And because we have the trauma from Apocalypse and then we have the ability block from Strife, that is a very powerful combination. And I love it because it's so thematic. Apocalypse and Strife, Mr. Sinister, Mystiques and so on, they always had so many things in common, so it's just lovely to see them working so well together. Okay, so as you can see, Lady Thor got wrecked. We cloned their Lady Thor, and now we are going to use their Lady Thor against them, so we're going to wait until they don't have Safeguard anymore, and then we are going to flip their positive effects. Make sure that you use Strife's basic as often as you need, because don't forget that he copies positive effects from the enemies and gives them to Mr. Sinister, keeping him alive. Okay, now we're gonna face some Young Avengers, and in the past the Marauders could already beat the Young Avengers on Alliance Wars defense, but now it's like it's a walk in a park, it's a piece of cake, it's just so easy. Unfortunately, you have to go and ability block Squirrel Girl, because if you block anyone else, it doesn't really matter. And then with Mystique, you can flip the positive effects into negative effects on them. And because Squirrel Girl cannot flip them around, is just lovely because they don't do as much damage. Once again, Strife with a safeguard, defense up and immunity and barrier is holding up very well, even just at level 80, which is quite amazing. And now we have the big ultimate from Apocalypse. We are applying trauma for everyone. Unfortunately, Apocalypse does not apply heal block. I really wish they would change this. And I went after Miss Marvel because I don't want her to be in my face. With Strife, once again, I'm going to ability block Squirrel Girl. Once again, combination of Strife and Apocalypse is just amazing because you have the full trauma on the enemy team, and then they have ability block for one turn for multiple characters. So that's a very powerful combination. I clone their Squirrel Girl. It's not like we need, at this point we are just going for laughs because, yeah. If you clone Squirrel Girl, when you use her special, that calls Apocalypse for assist, which is great, giving him offense up, speed up, and attacking the primary target. Strife with a taunt now, getting those deflects, minor defense up because of the fortified ISO 8, and now we are just slapping, we are just cleaning house. So as you can see, in the past, Marauders could already beat Young Avengers, but now it's really a cake in the park. Cake in the park, not walk in the whatever. I don't know. Oh God, stop. Just stop. Okay. I'm just so excited to see these teams in action. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the Marauders against Death Seed, and this is a very big Death Seed. It's kind of big. We are punching up like almost 150,000 or something, 160,000. And we are going to use Madeline Pryor instead. I think Madeline Pryor here might be better than Mystique because when she mind controls, she removes those evades and so on. Okay, so we got the Archangel stunned. I also ability blocked him because I have no idea. Then with Madeline Pryor, use her special against Dark Beast. Dark Beast gets full of disrupts. And with those disrupts, they cannot get evades. So with those evades, without those evades, they can get destroyed quite easily. Then we do the big ultimate against them, and now we have a clone Archangel that does very trash damage. I think Apocalypse on your own team kinda nerfs your own clones of the Horsemen. It's a little bit strange because the Spider Weaver, she was pretty decent, but the clones of the Horsemen seem always very weak. Okay, so there we go, finishing move, and once again Marauders beat another Horseman team. Okay, since I forgot to record, let's take a look at the Marauders versus Infinity Watch. This is a small punch up, it's like 50k, so it's not a big deal, but once again it can give you an impression of what you can do outside of Alliance Wars. Just keep in mind that in Cosmic Crucible, for example, you don't have the accuracy. Some of these teams might be a little bit more difficult if you require the additional accuracy. So Strife Basic to copy all those positive effects for Mr. Negative. Now you have all those evades that are quite annoying. Let's see if you can deal with that. Okay, Emma Frost getting attacked. Apocalypse now does his thing, and you can see right there that Apocalypse was not able to apply the stun because of the evades on the enemy. Now can we flip these maybe, or we can do something else. We can actually do something else. So let's do the ultimate here. Okay, it's not important. What we want is to spread those evades. So let's spread those evades now. Nice. And now let's remove that defense up from Philavel and also the remaining evades on the enemies. Okay, so Adam Warlock went through the barrier of Strife. Now Philavel with the special. Let's see if Strife can survive all these attacks. He's getting destroyed. The biggest problem is the basic from Nebula. It does percentage based damage instead of just normal damage, so that's why he gets deleted so much faster. Okay, big ultimate from Apocalypse. Let's see if Strife was able to hold up long enough for us to win this match. Now we have that Gamora exposed, so let's use the empowered ability on her. Nice. Let's copy now those counter attacks. Ooh, look at all those buffs there. Okay, either way, we are going to apply mind control to Moondragon. We don't want her to heal up, and we are going to use the opportunity that we have to disrupt. Apocalypse got stunned, but Apocalypse cannot be stopped, so he's going to remove that stun from himself and get healing and so on. Mr. Sinister getting slapped very hard by Philavel. No problem there, we can still catch up. We just have to use the Apocalypse basic now on Moondragon, get rid of her, and now we can just finish it off with Adam Warlock. And as you can see, it seems that the clones from the non-horsemen look a little bit bigger, or maybe it's just my Mr. Sinister that is not big enough, or I don't know. It seems that the clones are very small compared to what they were before. And yeah, now together with Emma Frost and Mystique and so on, Apocalypse can get rid of all of them. And now also that we have the Adam Warlock, this is going to be great because we have ability blocks and stuns to apply to the enemies. So yeah, it's not super efficient, it works, it's nice, it's another nice ability, and hopefully it will get more use elsewhere as well. We have to do some more matches for science in order to get all the answers that we need. Okay, let's use the special. Let's just finish off this guy. And the big damage there to Nebula as well. Let's apply ability block now to Adam Warlock. 2 turns ability block, great. Slow to Nebula. And it's pretty much game over at this point. Do it! Just do it! Okay, so Apocalypse finishing off Nebula, and now we finish off this Adam Warlock. Okay guys, so as you guys can see, if you have Apocalypse and you put them together with the Marauders, you take this team to the next level, and a team that otherwise have no value for you might actually be quite helpful in Alliance Wars, in Cosmic Crucible, in Avengers Tower whenever that shows up, and also in the Scourges. The Scourge for Archangel requires you to use mutants, non-legendary mutants, and all these characters are non-legendary mutants, so that might be very helpful next time that Archangel comes around, and if you are trying to get Archangel with additional red stars or yellow stars. So overall I find this very interesting, and the fact that the Marauders can beat anything in Alliance Wars except the Heroes for Hire and except Gamma, it's something quite amazing, to be honest. Okay, so that's gonna be the video. I'm gonna stop shilling because I'm such a fanboy of the Marauders, so I'm gonna stop shilling, and that's gonna be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, entertaining, anything like that, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.